So these are temporary challenges. What we do is that we mean well for the county. We're supporting the government in place, and I would want them also to exercise tolerance when we are going to elections. In the transport sector, the Matatu business people are complaining because, you know, rerouting Matatu comes at a cost, because maybe you increase the distance where the Matatu goes, that again increase the fuel usage. For now, first of all, I want to thank the people of Kisumu County, the people of Kisumu Central and even Kondele, first of all, for the opportunity and for giving us the chance, together with the governor and his team, to serve them. And also, I want to thank them for nominating us again for the second time.
Na mjambo mpenzi mtazamaji, jinsi ambavyo tulikuwa tumekuarifu hapo awali ni kwamba tungekuwa na mgeni siku ya Jumatatu, lakini kwa vile hatungekuwa na kitu ambao unavoidable circumstances, hatungekuwa na interview kama hii. Lakini leo hii tutakuwa na mgeni mheshimiwa ambao tutakuwa tunaleta katika meza yetu ya kila siku. Leo hii niko na mheshimiwa Swaga, MCA Kondele Ward. Na jinsi ambavyo unajua Kondele Ward iko katika Central, eneo bunge la Central, Kisumu Central, Kisumu County. Bila kupoteza muda nitakuwa nampisha ili aweze kusalimia mpenzi mtazamaji pale nje. Utuambie kwanza mheshimiwa Swaga ni nani kwa yule mtazamaji ambao anakuangalia kwa siku ya kwanza.
First of all, I want to appreciate for the interview. Nataka kushukuru sana. Kwa majina vile umesema, naitwa Joakim Okech, ambaye anajulikana sana kama Swaga. Swaga ni mwakilishi wa wodi ya Kondele na tena naibu speaker Kisumu County. So mimi ni ule kijana wa getu mwenyewe, ule ambaye amelelewa kutoka Manyata, akasoma akiwa Manyata, akaanza kazi akiwa Manyata na akachaguliwa kama bado ni kijana wa Manyata. Na ndio maana unasikianga watu wakiniita slum boy, kwa sababu mimi ni yule kijana ambaye ametoka chini wakiona mpaka mahali amefika saa hii. So nashukuru sana umechukua muda wenu kuja leo kunitembelea kwa ofisi.
Lakini pengine kuna mtazamaji ambao anafikiria kwamba Swaga pengine alikuwa ametamani sana kuwa mwanasiasa. Maisha yako kabla hujaingia katika siasa ilikuwa namna gani? What is your journey, ama pengine your personal life before joining politics?
Okay. Ningependa kusema kwa ukweli, tangu nikiwa mtoto na nikiwa shule, sikuwa ule mtu ambaye anapenda siasa sana. Nilikuwa ule mtu wa kunyamaza, wa kufanya tu vitu zake. I was somebody who likes his own corner. So of course I was a community person. Nilikuwa tumezoana sana na watu wa community, nilikuwa nafanya biashara ndogo ndogo. So the only time I tried politics was nikiwa college. And I tried to vie as an entertainment director. And I became second. I don't want to say I did not win.
Yeah.
You know, in politics, you don't say you did not win. I became second.
Yeah.
So that is the only time I ever tried politics. But nilikuwa mtu wa kunyamaza, so I was just used to doing my own business within the community. Of course, I used to help a lot of people. That is mahali watu walianza kunishawishi niingie siasa. Nilikuwa mtu akiwa na issue, watu walikuwa wanapenda kuja kwangu, tunawasaidia, kusaidia vijana. Nilikuwa nimeemploy a lot of very many young people. Ukiachana na zile biashara ndogo ndogo nilikuwa nafanya za pool table, hizi kuwa na movie shop and hizi dance za watch football. So I used to employ a lot of young people. Then I diversified, nikaingia kwa matatu business, where I also employed a lot of people. In fact, the Matatus were called Swaga, so that is where the name stuck. It was zinaitwa Swaga, so I think hapo ndio jina ya Swaga ikakuamilia. So I think out of ile kuzoana tu na mavijana, then kuwasaidia kidogo kidogo. So I remember in 2016 too, kuna group of young people walikuja kuni approach that they want me to represent them. So mara ya kwanza nilikataa, niwaambia mimi sipendi siasa.
Yeah.
So ile nyakati nilikuwa nimewakataza, they did not stop. So hao wakaenda wakasema the opposite huko, ati nimekubali, and sasa wakaanza kucampaign. So now I was receiving a lot of pressure. Oh, you are vying. Nilikuwa nashangaa, where is this thing coming from? So ile nyaka nilikuwa najaribu kukataa, ilikuwa imespread sana, so I couldn't stop. So I eventually said yes, but nilikuwa nimesema yes hata sikuwa najua naenda kufanya nini, sikuwa najua naenda kuongea nikisema nini. I mean, it was the most difficult decision, and it was something I did not plan. You just wake up, then one day unasema yes. Sasa unashangaa now, how are we going to campaign, how are we going to get the money to run all this process, but eventually we managed, and that is where I am now.
Okay, we understand that now pengine wamekuapproach na ukaingia katika awamu yako ya kwanza. Pengine what was the secret behind this success for the your term yako ya kwanza?
You know, when you are vying for the first time, it's a little bit easier than defending. So I think 2017 we did a lot of campaign, of course, even more than now. Alafu pia people, I rode on the good name that I had built in terms of the business network that I had within the estate. Alafu the interaction that I had with the young people, the informal sector, and the fact that they were looking at me as an inspiration even to other young people. So I think that was one of the biggest gains I had in the first term. So I have to admit that first term was not that difficult as opposed to campaigning for the second term.
Mheshimiwa, we understand that you are a youth leader, and you are from Kondele ward, especially Manyata. How do you serve your people to ensure that kila mtu ameserviwa, apart from wewe ni kijana, kuna wazee pale katika eneo la Kondele? How do you serve them? Na kuna pengine watu ambao wametoka katika eneo zingine wamekuja wakaishi pale. How do you serve your people to show at least equality in your ward?
Of course, huwezi sema ni rahisi kuwa mwakilishi wa wodi ya Kondele kwa sababu it's a cosmopolitan ward ambaye imebeba watu kutoka kwa nyanja za maisha different. So we have different communities, we have different classes of lifestyle living within the same ward, and then we call it's basically a hotspot. So you can imagine being there with all the temperatures of politics from Monday. It's a politically active area Monday to Monday.
Yeah.
So it's not an easy place to balance work, but I think the young people resonate very easily with me because we understand how the platforms that they use, the social media and all that they call, and we also give space to the elderly. The elderly prefer face-to-face conversation as opposed to a young person who will either DM you or call you. But again, what I know is that most young people find it very easy to access me more than the older people that I know. So you find parents, in most cases, they use their kids to either send me a text or call or WhatsApp me. So I mean, you try to give them both chances. The elderly, you try to have a face-to-face conversation with them. Yeah, and then it's a place where it's not an area where there is more tribal politics because of the cosmopolitan nature. So we have the Kisi community, the lawyer community, we have communities from Central, I mean, across board. They all live in Kondele, and they all have groups, and the good thing, I've been working even into their groups, serving them. When we are issuing even the bursaries and scholarship, we normally try to consider even these disadvantaged groups. We give, at least we have 10 chances, but we try to balance across all the tribes by giving them one chance each, and leaving the rest to the dominant community within the estate. Yeah.
So when I mention Kondele outside there, especially during politics, watu wengine watakuwa nafikiria kwamba pale ni maeneo ya vita. Pale ndo vita inaanzia, pale ndo vita ilizaliwa. Wewe kama mwakilishi wodi wa eneo lile, utaambiaje watu kwamba how do you work to ensure that iko na image nzuri, picha nzuri pale nje, hata mtu akitamka kwamba Kondele, at least anaona a good picture?
Yeah, way back it used to have a very bad name, extremely bad. kwa sababu people view Kondele as a place where we tend to exhibit our civil disobedience. But with time things have changed, and we've been trying to rebrand. We are trying to rebrand Kondele from a violence hotspot to a city within a city. Of course, these days we call it city within a city. It is the capital city of Europe because professors developed Kisumu and made it international standard. So Kondele is the capital city. So the capital city has to be a 24-hour economy.
Yeah.
So of course we are trying to rebrand it as a business hub as opposed to a violence hotspot. And that is why we are trying to do all the transformation. We are seeing all the business centers, all the multinationals, all the firms are trying to have departments and branches within Kondele. All the banks are running towards Kondele. All the supermarkets, Shebuleng and all these are Tumaini running towards Kondele. All the malls these days running towards Kondele. All the clubs and all the social sports running towards Kondele. So you see that again comes with the pressure of improving the social amenities and the infrastructure so that we match that demand. So that is what we have been doing together with the county government headed by Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o. And a lot of work is going on, and that is why you see a lot of street lights, you see a lot of drainage work happening, you see a lot of walkways, the cabros, so that we try to improve the image and boost what we call investor confidence. So that is what we are working on. Way back it used to be a violence hotspot, but we've tried to deviate from that and doing a lot of community awareness and talking to the young people so that they know that politics is not the end of the game. If we destroy our infrastructure because of politics or because a candidate has lost, it is us who lose, not the candidates, because politics come and go. And that is what we have been working on together with the county government.
Okay, we understand that you are defending your seat, and what are some of your strategies that you are going to use to ensure that you deliver more than the first term?
Second term, we asked for second term to complete what we started in the first term. So when I was coming for the first term, we did make some serious development promises. First was the completion of Kosao Health Center. So initially it used to be just a dispensary, but when we started now, we deviated, and now we are constructing a fully equipped health center, which is almost an over 50 million structure. So that is why I'm asking for the second term to be able to complete it. It will be an hospital fully equipped with theater, with the maternity wings and everything. So those are one of the key projects that we are working on together with Professor Nyang'nyong'o so that we complete. Two, we did promise that because we are trying to develop Kondele into a middle income estate as opposed to the slum name that it has been having. So that again demands that we improve even the road network within the estate, not just the maram, but we want to tarmac the roads within. And the tarmacking is a capital intensive project. So we've been trying to look for partners. I think we've been engaging the World Bank through KISIP so that we have the roads tarmac. The last time these roads were tarmacked were in the early 80s, and they have never been tarmacked to date. So of course we did one through KUSP, and that is CJ Kawash Road. So we had promised to do 5 more, which KISIP had approved, and I think it's because of the elections that the projects haven't started. But all the approvals have been made. It is a World Bank funded project. So I think immediately after election they will start. We have 5 roads within the ward. That is Mosque, Konabuta, Konamaji, Car Wash, then we have Colbox, Whitegate, then we have Tunnel, Kondele, and then we have a road from Makogelo, Kajanta, Konambaya to Whitegate. Those are 5 major roads that will be tarmacked under KSIP.
Mheshimiwa, within your last term, you've been serving 2 offices, that is serving the people of Kondele and the entire Kisumu County as the Deputy Speaker. What are some of the challenges or disadvantages that you've encountered?
Yeah, that has been a major challenge because we come from a community where people love to see you on a daily basis. They will love to be visiting you daily and taking tea together with you. So when you balance the 2 jobs, then you find it very difficult to always give them that 100% attention. Because at some moment you have to attend to issues in the ward, and then again you have to attend to county issues through the office of the deputy speaker. So even if you go to Kondele now, you will hear a lot of complaint, why is Mheshimiwa staying in the deputy speaker's house as opposed to staying with us in the estate? Mbona Mheshimiwa tulimchagua kiishi hapa, sasa anaishi wapi? Because most of them don't understand that, I mean, with the position it comes with some privileges. Why is Mheshimiwa not walking on the streets? I mean, why is he using a car? You know, those are very petty issues, but most of them don't understand. So the office comes with these benefits, of course, which you have to accept. Then you have to balance the time, because as the deputy speaker, you are the chairperson of liaison. So meaning in the assembly, you are the chair of chairs, because you know the assembly works through committees. These committees have chairs. So remember, we have 23 committees within the assembly. So it's the deputy speaker that chairs all these 23 committees. It's the deputy speaker that allocates and organizes the functions of all the 23 committees in the assembly, their schedules, their work plan, and everything. So it's a little bit demanding, but you have to balance both, because it is a responsibility that comes with the office. So that again will eat to part of your time of being an MCA for Kondele. So in most cases, you find yourself in this office as opposed to your office in the ward. That again comes with a lot of challenges, because if you tell them to visit you here, they don't like it, because they have been told to wear tags. You know, somebody telling you, I don't want to climb stairs because but so far we are up to the task and we are managing the challenges. Yeah.
What are you up for the tena ukichaguliwa kama mwakilishi wodi wa Kondele, una mpango gani kwa watu wa Kondele, ama pengine nia gani ambao pengine unalenga ukichaguliwa kama mwakilishi wodi?
Right now what we are going to do is first, just like I said, complete the incomplete projects, the Kosao Health Center and the roads. Then we had started a journey to modernize our ICD centers, which of course we have constructed 3 out of 4. We are left with 1, that is Manyata. We want to equip these centers so that we modernize them. We don't have to see kids going to private schools, yet we can do and equip our public schools to be the stature of these private ones. And another thing we are working on is to have a comprehensive sewer system within the ward, because it is a slum. We don't have a sewer system. Most of our system there, you find people using latrines or pit and all that. So we are working, also negotiating through KISIP, so that we could also have a comprehensive sewer system within the ward, which will also improve the living standard of people in that area. Yeah, apart from that, we are also working on our markets, because it is a place where you will see a lot of women and men doing business along the road, which is very dangerous for them. So we are working on improving our market. We want to expand the Peace Market at Gonda so that it can accommodate more. We want to revitalize the Kosao Market, which is a wholesale market. So most people still don't understand how wholesale market operates as opposed to a normal market. So we want to activate it, because it has been constructed, it's not active. So we have to convince our wholesalers to be operating from that market, and also expand the existing one so that we can accommodate more. Yeah. Okay,
thank you, Mheshimiwa. Before we talk about the current topic, that is AfriCity Summit, yes, I would like you to mention your political career in future, or the kind of leadership that you would wish the people of Kisumu Central to have, and the entire Kisumu County to have in the next maybe in the future. And even are you looking for a bigger office, or you want to remain as a MCA so long as the people of Kondele wish?
No. I think I'm going for my last term. So after 2022, I don't think I will vie again as MCA for Kondele. In fact, I initially asked for 1 term. And because of the nature of the projects, I had to go and ask for a 2nd term just to complete all the projects.
Yes.
So after my 2nd term, I think it will be wise for me to also leave it for somebody else to take it from where I will have left it. We don't Mugabe the positions. I want to leave it for other young people also to try, because I came in as a very young person, I think at the age of 27. So I will also want to leave it again to another young person to continue working there.
Okay.
As you ask if I like the kind of leaders I want to see in Kisumu County, of course, I'll have to be very honest. I like the kind of leadership we have. So I don't want to say there's somebody who will perform better than the current governor. Of course, he's trying, and I can see the kind of things I will wish to see a governor do. He's trying to transform the town, the city, and even the county at large. Of course, it comes a lot of challenges and a lot of opposition. But I think as we speak now, the current governor, Professor Peter Nyang'nyong'o, is the governor I have always wished for Kisumu County to have. So I'm just appealing for people to give him time. He's going to transform the town. As of Kisumu Central, I think we had an MP who was serving. But as we speak, I think the party has chosen another person. So we are going to support the party 100%.
Yeah, so which post will you go for in the next, maybe 2027?
I don't want to preempt. 5 years is very long in politics, even a day. So I don't want to preempt what maybe one day I will try. But what I know is that I will be doing my second and last term, and I will not be vying again as an MCA in Kondele Ward.
Okay.
2027. Yeah.
Safi kabisa mpenzi mtazamaji, umesikia mheshimiwa akisema kwamba tukifika 2027 we shall cross that bridge. Bila shaka wacha tuangalilie masuala ya AfriCity Summit, the 9th AfriCity Summit ambayo imeletwa hapa Kisumu. Actually this is the AfriCity ambayo imekuja in the entire Africa. As we know that in Africa we have 5 regions, and in these 5 regions we as East Africa tumechaguliwa hapa Kenya, and especially Kisumu. So we just want to talk to mheshimiwa a little bit on this so that aweze kutuambia within these 5 regions kwa nini Kisumu, pengine tunaweza sema tuongelelee Kenya kwanza. What are some of the benefit ambao pengine Kenya itapata kutokana na AfriCity Summit ambao tumeletewa?
I think there are direct and indirect benefit. Direct benefit are we call it we are going to have money. Let me use a layman's language.
Yes.
We are going to have inflow of money into our city. That is direct benefit, because you remember we have visitors both from local, regional and international, all coming to attend this summit. So you can just imagine the amount of dollars that we are going to have left behind. I mean, it's a boost for our local business, and we have to tap the opportunity and grab it, because we have to showcase our business. I know hotels are going to be full. Those in the taxi business are going to boom, and all those kind of stuff. So I think those are direct. Indirect, we also have what we call investment potential, because we are showcasing our town. So we are going to have a lot of investors coming around to look at the business opportunities around. So I'm very sure that there are going to be a lot of business deals that are going to be signed during that period. There are a lot of investors who are going to see a lot of potential in this town, and I believe maybe in the next few years or months to come, some of them are going to start bringing money to invest in our town.
Yeah. That is the entire country. When we tukiachana na Kisumu peke yake, tuongelele entire and our nation. Yeah. Kwanza umeongelelea kwamba itakuwa inaleta pesa, ndio, kwa sababu tutakuwa tuko na wageni kutoka nje ya Kenya. Pengine tuguzie hapa Kisumu peke yake, Kisumu County. What are some of the benefit ambao wakaaji wa Kisumu watapata kutokana na this summit?
We are going to have a boom of business, just like I said before, just like it happens in Kenya. A business that benefits Kenya, it starts from somewhere. The business has to be located at a local place. So the local place is Kisumu. The local place is our state. So you can imagine all the hotels, like you speak now, most of them are already 90% booked. All the taxis, you remember whoever was subcontracted to handle the taxi business has taken taxis across the town. There are a lot of things that are going to happen around. Yeah, and just the fact that the conference is happening here alone even for Kisumu, I mean, it markets our town, and that again puts us in the picture for potential investors to look at the business potential within the town, because we are trending not just in Kenya, but we are trending across the world. People are getting to know where is Kisumu, so at least it puts an opportunity for us also to market Kisumu as a tourist destination. So we are trying to market the sites that we have, the Kitimikai, the Impala Sanctuary, our lake alone is a tourist destination. So those are all the benefits that we are accruing as a city.
Mheshimiwa, tulivyokuwa tunaongea na wakaaji wa eneo la Kisumu, walituarifu kwamba pengine kuna relocations ambazo zimefanywa hapa na pale. Is it that hii mpangilio imewekwa kwa hii wiki ambao pengine AfriCity itakuwa inakuja, alafu watakuwa wamerudishwa pale pale, ama pengine hivyo ndo ikisha hiyo mipango yote ikifanywa hivyo itabaki hivyo hivyo?
Some of the relocations are temporary, but some will remain permanent. I don't want to be very specific which one is going to be permanent, but I can assure you some of the relocation are temporary, but some of them are going to remain permanent. Because you know, sometimes with the cities you get the opportunity now to do the relocations. So of course there are areas where we've always wished for people to move so that we do the development. So of course there are areas we've touched, like a lot of transport sector, which I think the cities, some of them will be allowed, because you cannot move people away from the stage and take them to a temporary place. But as I said earlier, some are temporary, some will remain permanent.
Pengine utuambie tu kama sekta kama gani ambayo pengine itakuwa iko permanent.
No, I don't want to create anxiety. Because I know people are worried. There are a lot of anxieties, more so the transport sector, the Matatu business, people are complaining. Because you know, rerouting Matatu comes at a cost, because maybe you increase the distance where the Matatu goes, that again increase the fuel usage, meaning when you increase the fuel, then you reduce their margin. So that is why I want to be very careful. I want this to come directly from the governor, but from what I know, because I sit in the planning committee of the Assembly of Kisumu, I know some of the relocations are permanent and some of them are temporary.
As a leader, maybe pengine uko na mipangilio kabambe ya serikali ya ugatuzi wa Kisumu. Pengine in the next maybe 5 years, where do you see Kisumu County?
Wow, Kisumu will be really Europe. Kisumu will be really Europe, because this is just 4 years. And remember the 4 years that came with a lot of challenges. We wasted the first 1 year fighting with the current regime, because we had 2 presidents that all took oath. We wasted the first 1 year. We had the president and the people's president. It was October, no election. Some of the leaders like us were being chased left, right, from this court to this court. That is 1 year. When we were trying to settle, then we have COVID-19. So you can imagine whatever they've done with all these challenges. So I'm just trying to imagine we give Professor another 5 years. I think he's going to successfully transform the town. Look at what is happening at Kibuye, the transformation within the town. And we just don't want to do it within the town. We want to, diversify, go back to the villages, open up the roads, improve the road networks within the villages where I know there are challenges. He's been opening towns. We had Maseno town, Katito, Ahero. You know, these towns, the moment you gazette a town, then it gives them also potential now to develop their own design. We also give them potential now to engage with investors directly. So, it's going to do a lot if given 5 more years.
Mheshimiwa, I just want you to talk to the entire people of Kisumu and pengine watu wote wa Kenya ambao pengine watakuwa wanakutazama kwa muda huu kama kiongozi na pengine kama kijana ambao amelelewa katika kaunti ya Kisumu.
For now, first of all, I want to thank the people of Kisumu County, the people of Kisumu Central and even Kondele, first of all for the opportunity and for giving us the chance, together with the governor and his team, to serve them. And also I want to thank them for nominating us again for the second time. I just want to continue encouraging them that with the transformation they're seeing around, nothing comes easy. even during birth, a mother cries, but you can remember the kind of love the mother develops with the child after birth. So these are temporary challenges. What we do is that we mean well for the county. We're supporting the government in place, and I would want them also to exercise tolerance when we are going to elections, because we've done our first term and we are seeking the second mandate. So I would want them to support those of us who have been nominated, and I would also want to ask them to be very tolerant. Let us be very peaceful in our engagement, and I will not forget to tell them to vote Baba as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya.
Yes. Okay, Mheshimiwa, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate. Tumeshukuru sana.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Na mpenzi mtazamaji, imekuwa ni mazungumzo yetu na Mheshimiwa Joakim Okech Swaga, ambaye pia ni mwakilishi wa wadi katika Kondele na pia ni naibu speaker katika County Assembly ya Kisumu. Tumewashukuru sana kwa kusupport Live Touch Media. Ukiingia pale YouTube, just subscribe na pengine utaacha comment pale, ili tutakuwa tuna sample some of your feedback. Mpenzi mtazamaji, ndo hayo kwa sasa, pengine tutakuwa tunakutana baadaye, majaliwa, Mungu akipenda.